Welcome back to today's video. We are going to be covering stocks that I'm watching from November 1st through November 5th. Now, November is going to be a big month for cryptocurrency, so we have to keep that on watch. Now, my stocks that I'm watching that really correlate to how the crypto market cap is doing, go ahead and I'm going to post it up now. So make sure to copy that, get that down. And then also, the past 3 weeks I'm doing these series, I've been green all 3 weeks. We are up over 100% now on my plays. Now, some plays I haven't been able to jump in just because it's not showing us. But again, that doesn't matter. We're still up a crazy amount. PORG absolutely ripping. SESN ripping a little bit. Well, we'd like to see it actually pump a little bit more. But let's go ahead and jump right into the charts. Before we jump into next week's stock picks, let's go ahead and focus on last week's picks. Now, first up on the list, we have CrowdStrike Gaming looking to break the previous low after the 25th of this low, and we broke it, but we can see that we did not find resistance on that coming up. So I did not enter and I did not take this position. If you did enter right at market open when you called it, you would still be up right now, but I'm going to call that a 0% because we did not actually capitalize on that. Nvidia absolutely ripping on the 25th. My entry was below the yesterday's low or the previous day low, and we just kept ripping to the upside. So that's another 0%. We have Airbnb that also didn't hit our price target and just continued to move higher. Facebook, I was looking for the break of this previous high with the move higher up to 137. And look, we did all the way up to 344, but I'm not going to count this because it's not in market hours. And on market hours, we didn't come up and hit our previous level. We found resistance, and then you could have taken it if you were trading, but I doubt it. So this is another 0% trade, just because we didn't hit our stop loss and didn't really hit an enter. And we were looking at SESN for the break over the trend line and the FDA meeting. Now, we're building up on the trend line. I think we can absolutely break. And I lured this back on the 25th. So from here to here, you're up around 11%, which is awesome. I'm still holding my contracts. So we'll see. And then we have PORG. This one was an absolute runner. I gave it to you guys on the 25th. You're chilling up right now around 18 to 19%. And if you did buy it right at market open, hold, you could have potentially made 120% if you sold at the top. Again, that's irrational, but again, PROG absolutely rips. So this week it was up around 47% from PORG and SESN. All the other ones were zeros because I wasn't able to capitalize on them. The plays just didn't work out. Let's go ahead and jump straight over to this week's stock picks. Now, the first stock that I'm watching is going to be AMD for the breakout of this falling wedge. Now, I'm going to be looking for a day trade from AMD because I do not think out of this falling wedge we are going to be explosive as I usually think we would be. But I am going to look for a break of the previous low at 119.81, room down to 117, and then 114.50. I'm also going to be watching AMC because we have been dumping lately. We have a gap to fill at $39.40, and then we are also getting an increasing volume on a doji candle. And that's telling me that we could potential reverse here. Again, our first dynamic price target is going to be this 20 EMA. If we break over this high, room's going to be the 20 EMA. That's going to be a nice dynamic price target with this previous high as well. And if we break that, we could easily see it up to 39, and potentially even 39.35 to fill the gap. And if we even continue to rip, we have our next dynamic price target of the 50 SMA. That's sitting at around 470 or 40.76, and then we have another price target of 42 of this previous high. So again, we're going to be scaling out of this position, and as it continues to come up, we're going to be moving our stops below the lows, and just to protect our gains. Now we're going to be watching CrowdStrike because we ripped up there and then immediately got rejected with a bullet, and then we got a bearish reaction, and now we have decreasing volume to the upside. That's telling me that, okay, bears are losing steam. Break of 280 or 279.50, really break these previous lows. I think we have room down to 270 for the whole week. I mean, we have a dynamic price target of the 20 EMA at $273 in this previous low. So that's going to be obviously a first price target. Then we have 270 and then 263. Now, I am looking for a nice cup and handle here on crowd, but I'm looking to play the actual handle. So I am looking for a pullback down to around the 50% fib level, or around 270 within the next week. We're also going to be watching coin for the break of this downtrend. What are we going to be watching is a break of this previous low. Break this previous low at 317.36. I think we could easily see it down to a 310 or 311, and then maybe even down to 303. Break 303, we're going to find some nice support off 300. This 303 level could be at the 300 level. Again, it's going to be zone, not an actual price level. So that's going to be one that I'm definitely watching. We have been making RSI divergence. We're making higher highs while the RSI is making lower lows or higher lows. So we are looking for a reversal, and it just looks like we've been getting overextended. We have the first impulse pull back with a run up. Look how much of a difference it is from this previous high to this previous high, from this previous high to this high. See how, like, it's a huge difference. Now I'm thinking that we're going to start rounding off, and if we break this downtrend, I'm going to be playing the first as we continue to come down. And hey, even though if it gets that explosive over the next few days, I mean, we have room all the way back down to 292, 20 EMA, and that's going to be a great price target for Coinbase, and that's going to be a great opportunity for us. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found value from this video, please consider subscribing. It's free. You can stay up to date on your favorite cryptocurrencies, learn how to trade, and also find my watch list for the coming week. We have been absolutely killing it with this series. I hope you guys are enjoying it, because I'm enjoying them. And you know, who doesn't like making a little bit extra money? As always, I have no idea where the stock's going to move. Nobody does. These are my trade plans. Blindly following me is risky. I'm just some guy on YouTube. I'm just some guy that you maybe saw on TikTok. So please, before you put real money on the line, jump to a simulator and trade for a couple months until you can determine the difference between a stock in play and a stock that is not in play. Then you can come over to the real market. Thank you so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.